Hi everyone，大家早安早安。Coscup 现在开始了，我很高兴来到这里，这是我第一次的 Coscup 参加，今天将共有日本和日本文化故事。As you heard, I can also speak Mandarin a bit, but for this presentation, I will mainly use English. Coscup has just okay. The next tool. Why did I come from Japan to Taiwan? I really love Taiwanese culture, especially Taiwan mishi, Taiwan aesthetics. More broadly, I have a strong affection to East Asian culture. When I was 6 years old, I memorized many Chinese characters that represent a fish. I have many kanji Chinese characters of fish, but the image has gone. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. In my free time, I also write books and create some content. Sorry. This winter, I published a book for intermediate engineer learning TypeScript. Maybe like you, but the publisher company went bankrupt last month, but it's okay. I also enjoy tinkering music and make some noise. Recently, I created 23 enka, Japanese-style ballad songs about Tokyo using generative AI. If we are planning to live in Tokyo, it would be funny materials. Yes, I live in Tokyo now. In this season, there are summer festivals every day in Ueno Park, and lotus flowers were blooming beautifully at pond. I can even walk from my home to Akihabara. I believe everyone here knows about the name of Akihabara. Sorry. I checked my internet. Again. I'm totally gone. Sorry. Wait a minute, please. Present view. Enter. Sorry, I have not used to using Canva presentation. Okay, you can see my notes, but it's okay. Yes, it's a center of anime, manga, and otaku culture. You could say it's like a huge version of Taipei Station's Y district. But otaku culture is never centralized; it's decentralized, decentralized, similar to OSS development. The way people collaborate in otaku culture is similar to open source in some ways, but different in other ways. Today, I want to talk about these similarities and differences. From now on, let's think about why we participate in OSS development. Next, I will explain how Japanese Doujin culture developed. Finally, I will suggest what kind of open culture might be fun and happy for us. Okay. OSS development is based on a concept called the open source software movement. This movement started with the growth of the World Wide Web, WWW. The idea is simple. By sharing software code on the internet, under certain licenses. Developers around the world can contribute to improving the software. This movement was a part of the broader of open culture. It says that being open allows collaboration, and developers themselves can benefit from this openness itself. The open source movement came from an earlier movement called the free software movement. This was a kickback against commercial software development. Meanwhile, the free software movement emphasized liberty, freedom from closed proprietary software. Copyleft licenses were seen as a way to protect software freedom. Software with these characteristics is sometimes called false or floss, a free, libre, open source software. In reality, being open doesn't automatically mean being free from economic pressures. Open and free are not the same. Today, it seems that big tech companies from Silicon Valley are at the center of OS's development for me. The recent news about Knox Labs, a team that developed one of promising meta framework, joining Vercel, a very rich hosting service, was very shocking to me. This is our situation. Is we developers use OSS libraries to develop software apparently freely, but these libraries often need financial support, and this support actually comes with some limitations on freedom. In today's world, can we have an open community that doesn't need to pursue profit? In other words, is there a creative space that exists outside of capitalist control? I think one example of this, one answer of this is Doujin cultures. So let's deep dive into them to understand better. There's something called Doujin, Tonren culture around otaku culture. At its center are events called doujinshi conventions, where people create and sell doujin magazines. What does doujin tonren mean? Literally, it means people with the same interest forming a group. Doujinshi especially refers to publications made by small groups of people called tonren, doujin circle, who share the same hobbies and interests. The origin of doujinshi goes back to the Garakta Bunko, a literary magazine from the late 19th century. At the time, newspapers already existed for mass publishing and distribution. However, a group of writers created their own magazine because they wanted more freedom to publish their work. At first, they shared handwritten manuscripts within their group. Later, they printed them, and eventually they became commercial magazines sold in bookstores. Ozaki Koyo, this man, one member of this group, later joined a newspaper company and began writing novels for newspapers. This shows how modern Japanese literature started with doujinshi and gradually became commercial. It's important to know that newspapers and other publications at the time were controlled and censored by the government. The major period was when Japanese became more militaristic. University intellectuals often use doujin magazines to express opposition to such campaign. The Shirakawa group is a well-known example. After World War I, Japan had a short period of democracy called Taisho democracy, when the variety of cultures flourished. But during the wars with China and in the Pacific, publishing was strictly controlled under the peace preservation law. After the war, people could express ideas more freely, and magazines became more focused on entertainment for mass or ordinary people. For example, Heibon, that means ordinary in Japanese, magazine. Created reader groups called Tomonokai, friends clubs that met in different regions all over Japan. That were like early offline meetings. In the manga world, led by a very successful manga writer Tezuka Osamu, new artists emerged from reader submissions, 読者投稿 head in magazines. They started working in their local areas, then got their works serialized in magazines, and then moved to Tokyo. Tokiwaso apartment, which existed around Ikebukuro, Tokyo, is famous as a place where these young creators live and worked together. With this background, the foundation for Doujin convention was ready. Left 10 minutes. First, literature critics who liked manga began creating their own interpretations of works. At the same time, manga clubs in middle schools and high schools across Japan were drawing and creating their own manga. In 1975, the first comic market was held in Tokyo. Critics organized this event, but interestingly, 19% of participants were female students from middle and high schools. Let me explain how manga publishing works in Japan. There are several major publishers in Tokyo. They publish manga series in weekly or monthly magazines, and then collect them into single books. Some popular works might become anime. In parallel to this commercial system, there is a field of doujin activity. At doujinshi conventions, circles or groups sell their self-published works. What makes doujinshi special is that most of them are parodies or critics of commercial works. So they seem to be playing a supplementary role toward main commercial creators. The largest event is a comic market in Japan, which has an economic scale of tens of billions of yen. Because doujinshi conventions grew from school manga clubs or manken, they focus heavily on derivative works. These were considered non-commercial activities that didn't violate copyright, but they are getting very large over time. These parodies also helped train and cultivate the next generation of manga artists, manga creators, who then became professionals, and maybe professional, maybe. This created a mutually beneficial relationship between non-commercial and commercial fields, and copyright issues became fuzzy or gray zone that everyone tacitly accepts. Doujin activity was originally strongest in otaku cultures in Japan, but recently small-scale publishing has become active in other fields too. The most famous examples is Boon Free Market, where anyone can exhibit anything related to literature, bungaku, menshie. It's held in Tokyo and other cities across Japan. In developer communities, on the other hand, there are several medium-sized events like Gizutsu Shoten, Technical Book Festival. These events value the whole process, writing, publishing, and meeting people through distribution. This trend seems similar to small publishing and independent bookstore movements, also seen and flourished in Taiwan and Korea these days. But in doujin culture, the regular events that give people energy and ideas are especially important. Let's remember Eric Raymond's famous essay, The Cathedral and the Bazaar. This essay compares the centralized style cathedral with the open development style bazaar. What is bazaar? It's a marketplace or shuchan. It's a space that allows diversity and some chaos. One important point for Eric and Western people, as an apparent traveler, the bazaar will be an exotic place. Our photo on screen is not taking a bazaar. This is Don Quixote, you know. Don Quixote in Japan, you know. So local people should have different event spaces that enables so-called bazaar style, as also regular markets and festivals. I don't need to explain how important festivals are for communities itself. In Japan, Buddhist temples and Shinto shrines traditionally provide these spaces. They often served as a refuge from conservative communities, refuge or asile. Art and free economic activity developed in these places. This kind of freedom is expressed with the word raku, meaning happy or comfortable. This is clearly different from Western liberty concept. So I mean liberty and liberty and free is a bit different. These are spaces that are closed by religious authority or special rules, but because of this closure, people inside can be free and happy and collaborate openly with each other. Today I introduced Japanese Doujin culture to show that these special creative spaces have driven Japanese otaku culture forward. I believe this can also apply to software development. Therefore, I propose the concept Raku software movement, not the free software movement. The meaning is, it says the first, be open. We have the same interest too. The second, feel free. We are in the secure because we are in a secure community. This focuses on comfort, enjoyment, pleasure, and creative joy. This is what we should seek. 時間通りに終わりそうです。Let me end my presentation with these words. Happy coding. Quite love. That's it. Thank you for listening. Any question?
Yeah, thank you for the presentation. Maybe a bit of a hard question, but are you aware of any open source software products where you think they don't feel the pressure of corporations and support from the corporate side? Any software products where you think they are kind of free and unrestricted? No, I think your observation is right, that many projects do feel pressure. I would like to know, do you know or are you aware of some projects that maybe don't feel that pressure, that are more free? Yeah, there might be. So for me, I thought maybe VideoLAN, so VLC. VLC, it's a media Is it VLC? I'm not sure. So in the video, the VLC, right? I think they have often had offers to be bought by companies, but they always refused. So that was something that came to, is it VLC? I think that was VLC, yeah. So, yeah. I think your observation is very right, but I think there are also some maybe standout projects that refuse the pressure that comes from the economic side. Thank you. Pressure? Thank you.
还有没有其他有问题？我也可以帮忙翻译，如果有想要问的话。那没有的话，我们就掌声鼓励鼓励。